Hello and welcome, ladies and gents, to It's Monday here on the channel, and we are reviewing WWE Monday Night Raw, which took place moments ago, Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm joined by the panel. I've got CJP here with me, and
what's up, everybody?
We've got monoTony with us this evening.
What's good? What's good? Happy Monday.
Chris Fiskowitz is here as well.
That's right.
AngelousDraven.
Hey.
And last but certainly not least, I am over on the main brand now. So I
was about to do it.
I just God damn it. I have to scroll. I'm scrolling. Fuck it, I can't find it. It's not here.
What do you hear? What do you say? Fucking quiz.
There you go.
Oh, Jesus.
There we are. But yeah, so Vinny's here, and I, of course, am Pete Daddy Dollar of Super Shogun Wrestling, and this fucking fine channel full of amazing creators. Speaking of creating things, we have a Patreon, and you can check us out over right here. Patreon.com/wrestling with horror 420. Go on over there. $2 a month, folks. If we have so many movie commentaries over there, and we've still got a couple more yet in the can to upload. This week's upload is The Stepfather 2 starring Terry O'Quinn. It's a drastic departure from the first entry in the series, but there's tiny nuggets that are enjoyable. At least you can laugh at it and our commentary on the movie. So go on over and check that out. Patreon.com/wrestling with horror 420. March 27th here on the channel, we'll be broadcasting live our first live wrestling event. It will be from Dragon's Den Productions out in West Branch, Michigan, home of Super Shogun Wrestling. We're getting a billboard out there, boys. We're going to be probably the only indie promotion in the entire fucking state with a full-time two-sided billboard.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, damn, 34 months. Time flies. Still going. So absolutely, man. Absolutely. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Oh, here I'll show you guys the promo package for. This is for the midget mania over here, as we'll be watching that at Dragon's Den.
It's a small package.
Dude, listen. No. Just wait for the song. Wait for the song. And thank you, Godzillionaire channel member, for 34 months. Thank you, brother, and a patron, I believe.
Run and hide when you're screaming my name. Alright. But let me tell you now, there are prices of fame. Alright. All of our time spent in that is a lie. Oh, you people, can't you see how your love's affecting our reality? Every time we're down, you can make it right, and that makes you larger than life.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, boy.
That was adorable.
That's gonna be. We're gonna broadcast that event right here on the channel. So if you bet it's open, it's not going to be members or anything. It's going to be a public stream. We live streaming the entire fucking card. And I'll be doing play-by-play. I'll be the Joey Styles of the evening. I can get Jared to sit down with me too, and we can maybe do that. That'd be kind of fun. But yeah, so that's March 27th here. We'll start. The show starts at around 7, so we'll probably start about 5 minutes early. And yeah, it'll be. It's going to be a great time. But so Raw tonight from Cincinnati, Ohio, the University of Cincinnati. Overall, I mean, it wasn't a great show. It really wasn't, especially in terms of being a go-home show leading into a pay-per-view. Because you've got Elimination Chamber this Saturday from Toronto. And yeah, Trish Stratus is going to be there. Tag match with, what is it, Tiff versus Poison Pixie there. Candice LeRae and Nia, the Rogue Leviathan Jax. My God, it's Refrigerator Jax! So we kicked off the show tonight with a Logan Paul came out first, cuts a promo. This guy is over the moon as a heel right now. The crowd fucking loves to boo him, and he eats it up. I love being able to see the progression in him over the past couple of years as a character, let alone his in-ring abilities.
Yeah.
I mean, he's.
No.
Oh, go ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
No, I was just mentioning, like we mentioned on the members stream, the last time I saw a prodigy of that caliber was definitely Kurt Angle. Like, really, you know, MJF uses the phrase generational talent a lot, but that's what Logan Paul is. I've never seen anyone like just grasp the business so quickly as he has.
And I hate that I have to say that too, because I don't want to be a fan of his, but he is a natural at professional wrestling. That guy's got God-given talent.
And to have him be that kind of a prodigy, and you look on the other side, and Tiffany Stratton is much the same way. And she's, because he's 30, isn't he? Is he 30? Is he still south of 30?
I think he's still south.
I think he's
right at that.
It's like 28.
Okay, because she's like 25, and she's only been in the business for 5 years, and she's 29. So they're close in age. They're within 4 years. So you've got two of these just natural, God-given talent fucking workers, and both of them are pretty. You know, Paul is obviously more over right now. But Tiffany's up there. So you've got a great. You know, they're talking about all the older stars they have on the roster, and it's like they're developing some younger talent in the wings, and these are two of them that could be at the top, you know, moving forward for years and years. But so Paul, he drew big heat. I like the line he said, "I'm just like you, except better." I'm gonna I'm going to use that. That's gonna happen.
It's like an MJF line.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's a lot more condescending. It's like, I'm just like all of you, but better.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's condescending as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna because I get to cut a promo before a match, so I'm gonna use that. That's gonna happen when I start ripping into him for being redneck white trash. So CM Punk comes out, interrupts, gets a huge pop. And Paul, you know, Logan Paul lays into him. Punk says he doesn't have a problem with Paul. It's just business. He calls him stupid, and he says that people deserve better. And they had a nice exchange. They did.
Yeah.
I thought Paul hung with him on the microphone. It was well done. It wasn't
too long.
No. If you compare this, and we'll get to the Cody promo, but all I want to say right now is if you compare those two, the opening to the show was way hotter than that. That was the close to the show, but that final promo we got out of Thody and Seth, this was far better in every way. I'd like to know
too.
I'd like to. I want to know who wrote the segments. Who is the agent for these? You know, I do. I want to know who was in control of each segment, because whoever did this first one gets big kudos. Because I mean, when you're champion, and Tony will appreciate this. Yo, WWE champion daddy is getting frisky with a path enemy like Seth Rollins. You expect that segment to be up here. You know,
there's no energy. Like this opening promo, there was energy, and then CM Punk got busted open the hard way.
Yep. And
smacked in his fucking mouth.
You can tell, like what people Etep was saying, or P. Daddy Dollar was saying. Like, there's multiple writers on this, and I hate saying this, but I think that was a CM Punk contribution.
Yeah.
I think that's why it was so good. I mean, and again, I hate saying that because I'm not a big Punk fan, but his work is really good, and it's worth it's worth mentioning. And compared to that Cody Rhodes / Seth Rollins thing, it felt more like the Bloodline. Like, it was very boring, no action, and it was longer than the rant I'm having right now.
Yeah, it drug on and on and on and on,
Yeah.
and that. If you're going to have a promo like that, at least tease So, but they don't want those two to get physical though, because they're aligning them. They're kind of rekindling that friendship they had, because Seth was his tag partner last year in the match versus Roman and The Rock. So they want to maintain that, and he's coming to him as a friend, tell him not to sell out. And I'm glad that I don't want to get into that promo right now. We'll break that down. We'll break that down at the end.
Yeah,
but
because that was pretty boring. It felt like they didn't really know what to do, like you said, because they were trying to be cautious and careful.
Yep.
It's like, man, you guys need to fix your product.
Which is pretty much most of Cody's run has been
it's
uneventful and boring.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, to bring it back though to the to the Logan Paul / CM Punk, like that's how you get your crowd to pay attention at the opening. You open with something explosive like that, and you're gonna get people's butts, or you're gonna get people's butts out of seats. They're gonna be standing and watching.
And Paul he took a shot at Punk when he tore you couldn't handle the spotlight and you tore your little tricep. Like that was a fucking great heel line.
Ripped him.
Then Punk told Logan he's a legend, referring to himself. I'm a legend. You're not going to be here long enough for anyone to remember your name. And he called Paul a nobody. I wrote Paula. It looks like Paula. It's Paul a nobody. And then Logan Paul, the ultimate heel, fucking dogs him in the fucking mouth. Quick powder. He should have went like this. He should have done the like when he got out. But he that's my only critique. Not that I'm anybody, but I would have pointed it out, because when it comes to wrestling, and you look in terms, and I'll just say this: when you cut a promo, you want to use the KISS method to keep it simple, stupid, because the more complex the verbiage gets, the more you'll lose the fans. So this was very concise and tight, and the other was ambling and meandering. Yeah, it was a meandering.
No direction.
It didn't resonate. So this segment was done very well. I really like
A+ for me.
Absolutely. And so I didn't have to I'll save that one, but we have Ludwig Kaiser versus Pete Dunne versus Penta. And if you want to hear what we said about Pete Dunne, you got to go to the members. You got to get channel.
We can't do that here.
Every week now, if you join as a channel member, it's $2.99 or $4.99. Join as a kazooie, and that's fine. Join as a kazooie, and I will still send you a kazoo with the old logo on it, because we don't have the new logo yet. But
Heroes get savage.
I'm wearing pants.
Hot pants.
I'm not Vic Mignon. I got. Oh no. Wait. Come April or May, I'm gonna have to get all new gear except my boots, because I'll be wearing some loud ass colors. I might get some. I might get some fucking neons. We might fuck around, wear some Zubaz, look like the Road Warriors, just fucking goofy ass. Yeah. There's a lot of fun stuff coming up for Shogun, man. So Kaiser versus Dunne versus Penta. Dunne hit Kaiser with an enziguri to start. Penta came in, hit the Hurricane Rana. Dunne hit that flying knee to the outside on Kaiser, which is nice. I'm not going to spend too much time. I didn't really write too many notes on this one. But Penta accidentally kicked Kaiser in the fucking face.
Yeah, he did. That connected.
That was, and you could tell, it was just like, because you could hear, if you've ever been kicked with a patent leather boot, like I have, and that sounded, that wasn't a thigh slap. That was boot to fucking face. And then let's see, Penta hit that big dive on the outside onto Dunne and Kaiser. Shortly after that, he hit a pair of sling blades. Nice Hurricane Rana. The Hurricane Rana spot. Then he flung Dunne into Kaiser. That was nice. That was timed out. That was timed out very well. I did see a little bit of stand and wait on a few of Penta's moves, but one thing I've noticed with Raw, the production, is they don't do like AEW. If you see those spots, they'll show them standing there. This was, they cut the fuck away to like a quarter shot, and it's like background person on the corner, and you can't see them standing there. Which
Yeah, you just see the person that's doing the move against them, and you don't.
Yeah,
see
they're focusing on the action person, not the standing and waiting person.
and watching it on television, I appreciate that. I do.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's the shit you see in live when you don't have a camera.
Yep.
You know, like if you're in TV, you should get the premium experience. You know, the
Yeah.
cinematography.
Yeah, and they're doing that now, which I do.
Mhm.
I appreciate the better production, and this is far from what we got for 30 years with Kevin fucking Dunn. So I'll take this. Let's see. Oh, Kaiser.
You didn't like my direction?
No, I didn't like.
Like my direction at all?
He
Well, that's
was
just disappointing.
he was one of the fucking background characters, one of the beavers from Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas.
You don't like my shaky cam? You don't like my horrible camera angle?
Jesus, you look like Mickey Rooney in Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Oh,
Jeez.
You're fawning. You're fawning.
Dog, where's my automobile? I see you, Papa. I'll hit you up on X.
This panel is so racist. I don't feel like I don't belong here.
So Kaiser broke up the Penta driver. He's getting ready to hit the Penta driver on Pete Dunne. Throws Penta out of the ring, hits a DDT on Dunne, and picks up the pinfall. Penta did not eat the pin.
Nope.
It was Pete Dunne, which is absolutely fine because they're going to move towards. This is going to be a lower card WrestleMania match.
Oh yeah.
Because this is going to give Penta, because I'm not a Ludwig Kaiser guy.
Mhm.
Kaiser is a lower to mid card guy, and that's fine.
Mhm.
He works well in that spot as a solo act because you're not going to move him up the card that much as a solo without a manager being part of a stable again.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have that. But
Dean Malenko.
he's fine in these spots, and that'll be a good opportunity for Penta to shine at Mania with a competent worker who can give him a really good match.
Hey, don't forget about the Canadian Mexican Destroyer.
Yeah, that was fucking. He jumped off of who did he jump off of Kaiser or
Yep.
he jumped off of Kaiser and hit it on Dunn.
Yep.
Which is another fucking beautiful spot.
Oh yeah, Penta's amazing.
Yeah, we got so this was a good match.
Yeah,
I
I
like
like this one.
It was coming off a great start with the promo. This was a good hot opener, and like I said, it just worked my first opening match ever in January. It's fun to work the curtain jerking spot. It really is, because you get to come out and heat the crowd up. So I liked it. It was a nice start, even with Kaiser, because he's got more heat as a heel now, because everybody wants to see Penta go over. Nobody wants to see fucking Ludwig Kaiser go over. There was no chance. There was no fucking chance that Pete Dunne goes over in this. He's only out there to look at. He's only out there to look at the lights. Exactly.
We gotta censor ourselves.
Mini Sheamus. Yeah, I'm not gonna call him what I normally call him. I'm being professional here. But if you join as a channel member, you can hear it.
Yes. Yes.
So I said it makes sense, to work towards Penn and Kaiser with this outcome. Like I said, this is going to be Mania. This will be Mania, and that's probably because they don't have another pay-per-view after Elimination Chamber, right? Because I think March is an NXT pay-per-view, if I'm not mistaken. So we go Kathy Kelly interviewing Rhea Ripley next up on like the concourse, and which they're doing more of that now. I appreciate that they're out amongst the fans.
Yeah.
But Rhea verbally kind of asserts her dominance, and that Io Sky shows up and she interrupts her, and they have their title match next Monday on Raw, which should be a good match. But I'm nervous. Like I said, if Io Sky goes over and wins the title, this is going to be a very short title reign because Bianca will take it off her.
Yep.
I see her winning.
The Golden
Bianca
Girl.
winning the fucking chamber. And I said it on Twitter to my boy 313 Smark. I said, if they are intelligent, they will turn Bianca heel and make her responsible for the Jade attack, because she's so beloved as a babyface. She has a big following. You switch her heel, that's money, because people are just going to eat it up, and they're going to still come to see her, but they're going to boo her.
I agree, but I think the Fed they're too stupid.
I think they're afraid to do it.
Yeah, I think
I do too.
They don't respect the fans, and they know that she's too big of an icon for little black girls right now, so they're not gonna.
That's why I see Naomi being the betrayer.
But it worked. You see, with Naomi though, it loses all its steam.
It does.
It
And
really
the
does.
predictable ones, it also
Mhm.
loses. Like you were saying during the member stream, like
Yeah.
the usual suspects in that, it's too predictable. It
Yep.
doesn't have the gusto. Like,
Yeah, it couldn't be Liv and Raquel. That, like I said, that's just too obvious. So we've got that match, Rhea versus Io Sky for the women's title next Monday. We move on to what made me roll my eyes at first, but became a really, really good match. And I say this is somebody who has never, and I'm on record, I have never been a fan of the New Day. Never, ever since they debuted. I'm a fan of Kofi Kingston individually. I liked him ever since he debuted in ECW, and I think it was 2006 or 7, maybe 2007. I've been a fan of his athleticism, his work. I really like him. I think he's he seems like a good guy. Xavier Woods is a competent worker, much better served in a tag team setting. And I don't know the LWO guys' names.
Del Toro and
and I can't think of the other one's name, but
they were so good.
What a fucking match!
Yes,
and that's
my match of the night right there, guys.
It was fucking fantastic. And as a big tag team wrestling guy, I appreciated the hell out of the timing.
Perfect timing, dude.
Yeah,
it's like German engineering timing. The trains are always on time.
Yeah,
they were impressive, dude. Yeah, that Spanish team, those guys are incredible, man. They really put their heart out there.
All four of them. I'm sorry, all four of them. The New Day sold so well; it made those guys look amazing.
I agree, but I think out of the both teams, I think the Spanish guys did a way more impressive job. I enjoyed them both. I thought they both did great.
That flying drop kick, dude.
But yeah, man, there was some really cool shit.
Yeah. I want to see more of them. I don't want to see nameless talent. I want names on those guys, and I want to see more of that.
They really didn't name them on the mic as much as they did the New Day. I think that's a detriment because really you're in a unique spot right now with your tag team division because you're not really giving it the kind of love. Like, I know the tag titles are on SmackDown, right? Because there's only one set of tag belts, isn't there?
No, there's two.
Is there two? Who's got? Yeah, that's right. The War Raiders have the Raw ones.
The War Raiders.
Too many belts.
Yeah, why?
Too many belts.
See, that's a problem when I can't name because I know DIY have the titles on SmackDown because they've been feuding with the Guns and Pretty Deadly, which don't get me started on that team. But no, this
Guns.
Okay, Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Wild.
Dude, Joaquin Wild was awesome, man.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, the purple trunks dude.
You guys are talking about.
Yep. Yeah.
In the New Day tag team, there was the purple trunks dude who's Joaquin Wild.
That's the LWO. That's the LWO.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, LWO was Joaquin Wild, and then he was in the purple trunks, and then Del Toro was the guy with the green suspenders and the
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, see, I watched it. I don't even know what the hell their names were. See, that's bad. They need to give those guys better gimmicks. And,
they need more name. They need their names out there. It's like what Pete was saying. Like I heard their names once or twice during commentary.
And they're both explosive workers. And like I said, working a match like that, there's a lot of room for error, but there was no glaring flaws in that match. Honestly, that Chris, you called it a match of the night candidate or your match of the night right there.
Yeah.
I could not argue with that. Even with the way, and we'll get to the main, even with the way the main went, I don't see anything wrong with that. Again, I cannot get mad at this segment. I can't. I have new gifts ready to get mad at this segment. And I can't.
It ruined me. It ruined me because the timing was so perfect, and I'm gonna keep saying that the timing because nobody was waiting. Everything went from spot to spot to spot. It was very clean, concise. I would say it was probably a technical marvel in a lot of the stuff they pulled off. Mm-hmm. And then when we saw all of the matches after that, you start noticing. You're like, oh, they're waiting or they're slower. Man, that's a good thing, man. I can't say anything better about that.
No, God damn it, Tony. But no, that you're right. And honestly, you look at the LWO, these guys, and I think it's doing them a disservice having them be part of the LWO and not just let them be a standalone tag team. I think taking them out and just, they're not Rey Mysterio's, guys anymore. They're their own men and they're more than talented enough. Now, can they cut promos? No, but honestly, this is the thing. I don't know if they can or not, but I like
they have a good manager.
And that's what was the one they got rid of? What was the chick that was with them? Wasn't it Elektra Lopez? Is she the one that
remember anymore?
If you got sorry to cut you off, but Bret the Hitman Hart is one of the best wrestlers I've ever seen. Okay, his promo sucked, man. I'm sorry, but he
Chris
is not
Benoit.
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, technical master. Okay, this is why you get somebody like Heenan, you get somebody like Paul Bearer, you get somebody that will talk for you on the mic. Oh yes, my Pete Daddy dog. That's how you do it, because those guys, I gotta say it, man. Those guys are 11 out of 10 when it comes to technical stuff.
Yeah.
So get somebody that will pick up the slack on their weaknesses.
Yeah, but Bret Hart in 1997, if that was going on today, we'd call it genius.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Good point. Excellent point, Tony. Yeah, his promo work did get better later in the 90s.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did.
I'm just saying, not to jump ahead again, but to that Cody promo, it was never that bad.
No.
Comparison.
We keep going back. We'll get there. We'll get there because that'll be the one that I'll use one of the gifts.
The Event Horizon.
Eugene cut better promos.
Oh God.
Yeah, they did.
Uncle Eric's special boy Eugene.
Yeah.
Say a big thank you to all the channel members who joined us earlier, and our Patreon supporters, our Brain Busters, our Kazooians, and our Harvey Wakuian producers. Thank you very much, everybody. We appreciate you for supporting the channel. If you want to join as a channel member, links in the description or the Patreon link listed down there. And click the link for Super Shogun Wrestling. Go subscribe to the channel. We're just a couple subs away from partial monetization. So help take us home and get us there, and check out the back catalog of freaking the best. I will say it, I don't care. The best independent promotion in the state of Michigan, bar none. There, and that's not because I'm there. That's because that is one of the most talented locker rooms I've ever been in, and probably the most cohesive with absolutely zero drama. It's and that's important. That is. It's a fucking awesome locker room full of amazing people, and it's run by great people. The best people ever. Nobody's better than them.
They're the world's finest people, if I do say so myself. Better than China.
You think you've got great people? We've got the best people, talented people, smart people. So we went next to a New Day promo, and we have Dominic and Finn Balor arguing about how many abs Finn has in comparison to how little charisma he has.
Did you say New Day? They're the darkest people, the blackest ever.
Wait, not New Day, Judgment Day. Jeez, Judgment Day.
Too many abs. Too many abs.
When you have no meat on your bones,
But yeah, so Finn is arguing with Dominic, and then Liv and Raquel come in, tell him to stop fighting. Carlito's, of course, there, and he gets a little one-liner in about the yellow app. He was like, cool. Tosses it up. I was like, and that just made the segment, because if not, I was about to play a GIF and I was about to say the segment was a down, which I've never reviewed Raw. I've never reviewed Raw and not had a down. Where it's been more down than up. If you go back and look at the Raw episodes I reviewed, they're usually 3 to 4 good and 8 to 9 to the bad. All right. And I'm not just being overly kind to this show. I'm just saying, and I can't wait to listen to other reviews and hear these other guys shit on these bigger channels than me, who obviously are smarter than me and know much more about the wrestling business than me.
Dutch Mando.
But
that was a jab.
I'm just saying, the ones I'm talking about aren't the fucking guys that have been in WWE and WCW. I'm talking about people that have never stepped foot in a ring, never worked behind the scenes, but they know better than me. So that's fine. That's fine.
Are we talking about penis henchman number 4?
No, not Dave Meltzer, not Meltzer. No, much smaller fish than that. But in that no. But so this was an okay segment. I think they got their shit across. They're, the Judgment Day, because they were arguing, was it last week or the week before, about wanting to replace JD McDonough, have somebody kind of step in for him while he's out. And, Finn's against that, obviously, because him and JD are boys. So it's sowing the seeds of dissension in the ranks, or as they say, dysentery in the ranks amongst the Judgment Day, which I don't see the point in really keeping them around. I mean, Liv and Raquel are now the most important people in the Judgment Day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to bisexual Undertaker? I know he split from them, but what's he doing now?
He's on his own on SmackDown. He's in the Elimination Chamber. He actually had a bit with Cody last week because Cody was walking in and he said hi to Damien and they talked. So I think they were a tag team at one point, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know.
Cody and Damien?
Like, it was years ago, but I don't know. I can't remember. I might be wrong. But anyway, they just had a moment. Damien's like, hey, when I win Saturday, I just want you to know I'm coming for that title. And Cody's like, I would expect nothing less. So, like, all right, that it gives Damien, because I don't dislike him. I do. I like Damien Priest. And I like him now more that he's away from and not feuding with Finn Balor, because that was a nothing burger. It's a feud. Yeah. So we've got next we have Gunther. Gunther comes out dressed in his ring attire with his title in tow, and he called out his hand-picked opponent. He said, what I want to deprive you of seeing me, so he calls out Akira Tozawa of the Alpha Academy. Are they still calling the Alpha Academy?
They're American Babes or something.
They changed
Alpha Babe or something.
Alpha Babes. That's it.
Okay, all right. Which
Otis uses Babe a lot, so that's why
they've had more name changes than Ron Artest.
Yes.
Meta world
Although
piece.
This one is fitting because my God, what's her face?
Maxine Dupree.
Maxine Dupree is an 11 out of 10, folks.
She's fucking stunning. Like, Maxine Dupree is absolutely stunning,
and she's funny too.
She's funny and
really funny.
Like Tony pointed out during the member stream earlier, her participation in the Royal Rumble was one of the highlights of the match. Honestly, I can agree with that, because she came out and she had the crowd. Everything she did looked good. She put in a solid performance. And as fucking Jim Cornette used to call her, model girl who can't fucking work, I'd like to say she belongs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, she's another one. Look at how far she's come, and still, I'm waiting to see Jade come back to see what she does. But I mean, Maxine Dupree, big ups to her for improving a lot in the ring in terms of her ability to work.
We definitely want to see more of her too.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm not just saying that euphemistically either. I mean, I generally I want to see more of her.
We haven't had to do this yet tonight, but I think we're all in agreement here that this was it was a moment.
If that's the penance for my crime of finding her as a super smoke show, I will gladly take the beating.
Right? Godzilla said, "Release the Bonkman." That's right.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
So Gunther, and this is the first thing I wrote. I said Tozawa showed out tonight.
Yeah, he's great.
Akira Tozawa, but this also speaks to Gunther as a heel and the ring general. Yeah, I know a lot of people are, Gunther's boring. He hasn't had a good title reign, but if you think he's boring, you do not understand the sport. Mm-hmm. You do not understand. That man is a fucking tactician. Everything he does is calculated, and I enjoy his heel work, but I wish they would have given him more substance to his title reign, because he's going to lose it to Jay at Mania.
Yep.
But no, this was a good fucking match.
Yeah.
Gunther went over with the power bomb, or he hit the gimmick, didn't he? The fucking Tozawa bumped on the fucking corner spot and he put him in the like the Boston Crab.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he hit pretty hard on that mat.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, dude, Tozawa is an amazing salesman. Everything that hit him,
Yep.
he looked like it hurt, dude.
Especially that big boot.
Oh my
Well,
god,
he
he
got
ate shit
knocked
on
on
that
his-
boot.
Well, he got knocked. Like I saw it twice. I saw it happen twice with 2 different matches tonight, and it looks amazing when it happens. When the dude gets knocked flat on his back, but his feet are still flat on the ground.
Mhm.
Like that looks painful.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't mastered that bump yet. I've tried that, and like
Yeah, that hurts.
we were
Well, it
doing.
also helps that Tozawa's like what, 5'7", 5'8"?
Yeah.
He's like 5'8", about 160 pounds.
It makes it a little bit easier as opposed to being
Yeah,
6'3",
when the ground is that much closer.
225.
Right.
Yeah, he might be 170 if but that's pushing it, I think.
Yeah.
Tozawa was
Salesman, though.
fantastic in that
Yeah.
segment.
Yeah, I can't. This is another one I can't complain about it because Tozawa fucking and Gunther sold the shit out of it, man. They
Yep.
made it look great. Otis came in to make the save, and Otis is fucking priceless, dude. I love that guy. I really do. I know a lot of people dog on him, but I like Otis.
I want to see him doing more.
They had him like lined up to be like champion at one point. It just didn't.
Oh
Can
wow.
he do more though? Like the heart failure might kick in or something. Like
What I've seen a couple of his matches where he surprisingly moves well.
He does. Yeah.
wow.
He's built like Taz, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
kinda,
very
He's
thick
just
everywhere.
He's just bigger in the midsection than Taz
Yep.
was.
Yeah. Let's see. So Jay Uso ran in to make the save, chased Gunther out. Jay got obviously a fucking huge pop for that. So that's leading into their match at Mania. Gunther, that was a great segment. That really was.
Yeah.
Gunther, good promo. He's such a great arrogant heel. Like that's what I love about that guy. He's so good as a fucking just that cocky, arrogant heel. Good for him. Next up, Women's Intercontinental title match. Dakota Kai versus Lyra Valkyria, the champion. These two, I will say this. This was I didn't hate the match. But I will say this. Lyra hit her head fucking twice hard during this match. And I just did that a couple weeks ago, getting ready for that first fucking match out. And that shit is no joke because when she popped up, you could see her eyes kind of looking around like, and I'm like, fuck, I know that look. Like,
Cartoon birds and stars. Yep.
I know that look. And Dakota Kai hit her fucking head too.
My biggest problem with the match is comparing it to the main event and then every other match on that card tonight. It was like watching a match on half speed on YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that was what I was saying.
So slow.
It was compared to that match we saw with the LWO and New Day. It really exacerbated that. You know what I mean? Had it come before that match, I don't think I would have noticed it as badly.
Yeah.
Go ahead, CJ.
Well, and even comparing it to the main event, the main event was much quicker.
Oh yeah.
In terms of the pacing between moves.
Nobody's waiting.
Yeah.
This is okay. Dakota Kai. Dakota was, I guess, supposed to be the heel here. Obviously, Lyra's the babyface, but Dakota Kai is really not a heel right now.
No.
Because she's getting a pop when, obviously not tonight, a little bit, but she's generally, they've worked more tweener towards face. She's not competent enough to lead in the ring with somebody as green, and I say that with all respect to Lyra. She's a great worker. She really is. I have a lot more respect for her now than I did 6-7 months ago. But you still need an experienced fucking heel, and you can see that wasn't the case here. That's why the match looked the way it did. It looked so fucking slow. the one spot I really want to mention though was Lyra in that I said it is a beautiful stalling corner suplex, but that's one of the spots that's the second time she hit her fucking head. That was because they came down and you could see it because I think that was when she rolled over and grabbed herself, and it was just that was sloppy. But at the end of the match, Lyra retains with the Nightwing, and then celebrates a little bit. They show respect. Dakota Kai hugs her. She leaves. Ivy now fucking wrecks Dakota Kai, comes in there and just beats the holy hell out of Lyra.
Yeah,
and
that was hot.
It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, it was great.
I want to see that in an evolved. Never mind. Never mind. But so that match, that was the downer on the card so far.
Yeah,
that was
the weakest one for me.
Definitely, that was the weakest match by far. But Lyra, she's getting more. The crowd's behind her more now.
Yep.
So I'm happy for her because I was worried that was going to be the death knell for her. She was always going to be Becky Lynch's little buddy, and. Yeah, so she's kind of standing on her own now, and she looks fantastic. She's got her entrance with the feathers; it looks good, So good for her.
Yeah, hope she recovers from the concussion quickly.
Yeah. And she wasn't the only one that got her bell rung. Her and Dakota were, because in our main event that happens, and we'll get there. Next, Intercontinental title match: Braun Breaker defends against Dominic Mysterio.
Yes.
This was it was like a WCW match. He had the fuck finish. Judgment Day comes in, gets the match DQ'd. Best spot was Braun flipping Dom over the top to the floor at the beginning of the match. That looked fucking great. That was all Dom. I mean, Braun had to get him up, but Dom put himself over. And as somebody, I can't master jumping over the rope. I cannot do it. I am fucking terrible at it. I will never do it in a match. But
you got a long torso.
Yeah, it doesn't work. I have these long dancer's legs. It doesn't work.
You don't want to pop your quads like Kevin Nash, huh?
No. No.
I took a shit. God damn it, they want my quads.
Quad.
This match had its problems, but it was my favorite moment of the night. Even like Chris said, the LWO New Day tag match was probably the best match, but this was the most that felt like wrestling to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good call.
More Attitude Era style.
Yeah.
Well, the LWO match with New Day may have been the best match. This one had the best moments.
Yep.
Well,
it's fair.
Yeah, because New Day, Judgment Day caused they caused the DQ. Okay, and then they're doing the beat down on Braun. They're like, oh shit, you think they're gonna get over? They're beating the hell out of Braun Breaker, and one by one, Dom's got or Carlito had him. Fucking comes in, bop, hits fucking Carlito. Dom gets taken out. Carlito eats the fucking spear, and then Finn sliding in with the chair, and you turn around, Braun's on all fours and barks, and backs him the fuck out of the ring. It'll build, and watch, it'll be Braun because they got nothing else to do with Finn Balor now. So Braun will maybe WrestleMania Braun Breaker versus Finn Balor. Obviously, Finn Balor doesn't stand a fucking snowball's chance in hell because there's no way.
Half the size of that guy.
No way. And even is from a booking perspective that you take that title off of a guy right now that, just like Tony said, you need to let him bake just a little bit more. And when he's up in that main event, like I said, I've been saying this since day one, you strap a rocket to this guy's back, he's going to take you to the fucking moon. And with the news now that, and I hope I'm not mistaken on this, that did Brock sign that independent development deal or whatever? I need to look that up. I haven't heard
confirmation, but
I want to
surprise me if they did.
I want to verify that. Because if
this is his cousin, right? Not a brother.
Yeah, it's his cousin. Yeah, this is Scotty's son.
Scotty's, all right.
Yeah, that's why they called the signers.
Scotty doesn't know.
Shit.
Matt Damon.
Scotty does not know, but no, that would be if it worked out. Like I said, it's one thing for him to sign; it's another thing for him to actually, have an acumen for the sport.
Yep.
So,
Breaker's already a star. I mean, you watched that commercial with him.
Yes,
that was awesome.
It was fantastic. He was great in that, and it didn't make him look stupid.
No.
It was living up to his gimmick. His name's Braun Breaker.
Yeah,
and everything's like, God damn it! Also, like the truck doors go flying.
Yep.
He's all happy.
Nothing was gimmick. This is just natural.
Yeah.
Steiner magic.
He splits that table in half. Like,
yeah, he was all happy. He ripped the tablet in half.
Snap.
Yeah, crack.
Oops.
So no, that was a Super Bowl commercial.
That was great.
Yeah, that was
money
debuted during
well
the Super
spent.
Bowl. Yeah. So next we go to a recap of the Rock and Cody Rhodes promo.
Oh God!
SmackDown when The Rock was like, what was the guy's name? Was it Shang Tsung? I want your soul.
Yeah.
Is that Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat? Shang Tsung. Yes. That was when I watched Trey and I were watching that Friday night before we streamed, and I was like,
the original?
No, we were watching SmackDown.
So
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Your soul is mine.
Your soul is mine.
We were watching SmackDown. So I saw that. I watched the thing. I saw it live.
All I could think of was the troll toll during that whole thing.
It was.
You got to get that clip for Pete because he hasn't seen the show.
Yeah.
It was just so this goes into before we get into Cody's promo because he's making his way down. We went backstage and Kathy Kelly questions Ivy Nile about her motivations, and Ivy says she's going to attack Lara Valkyria every week until she gets her title shot. They're about winning titles, and all of a sudden the War Raiders attack, and they got into it with Brutus and
Beefcake.
Yes, Brutus and the other guy.
I heard he took it on the chin
from American Made, and they brawled off, and the agents come back, and they're trying to break it up, yada yada yada. Then we go out to Cody Rhodes in the ring, and gentlemen, I've been waiting to unleash this. This was basically while we were watching that. This is pretty much how it went. Just yeah, this is the promo. This is the worst segment on the show.
Yes.
By far.
It's the final boss.
Like, you used to have like excitement if it was Stone Cold or Hogan or Roddy Piper or Macho Man or The Rock or Kurt Angle, Undertaker, Mankind. Like there was some kind of energy to the promo and the crowd was feeling it. They wouldn't sit there basically dead silent in between the millennial whoops of the wrestlers' themes. I mean, there's nothing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
like they literally.
Sorry.
No, I was just gonna. Cody just ran down his brief history with Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
and that was the promo.
Mm-hmm. but somewhere in the backstage is the final boss jerking off, going, "Yeah, this is so good. This is so good." And no, it's not. Neither is the "Your soul is mine" speech. Like everything these guys do is just crap. Sorry, fucking Seth Rollins. He was dressed like what's her face, the Terminatrix from Terminator 3.
Yep.
Like with grandma's jewelry on top of it. None of it makes sense. It's so stupid. Nobody cares.
Well, even if like all stupidity aside, I mean, something in comics I always talk about is like never do the talking heads. Yeah. Like always have your characters engaged in something. Mm-hmm. You know, because you're visually engaging the audience here. This was literally two dudes standing there. They're not trading barbs, nothing. Mm-hmm. Like it was boring.
It was weak and boring.
Like I'm looking away from at my phone and I'm not missing anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally in my notes, I said it drug on
Clicking
too long.
phone.
It drug. I was doing that too. I was messaging on Facebook and shit. But yeah, it was just like, what? Jesus, just take it fucking home because you lost him already.
Yeah. I basically tuned out and all I could hear was.
I didn't even hear that.
To me, it's not even The Rock's fault. It's Cody. Like, Cody just can't. Like,
no, Cody sucks.
I'm talking about the Rollins promo though. Like,
yeah.
The Rollins.
No, yeah. I was referring to both because the Rock is behind a lot of that too, where he loves it. They don't have to do anything. I saw an interview where he's talking about it, and he broke kayfabe, all that shit. Because he starts talking about, oh yeah, our fathers were good friends too. So like, this is really great for us to be doing this now. And it's like, dude, you're ruining the business even further, you dumbass.
That was the little press conference after, wasn't that after SmackDown last week?
I saw in passing. I'm like, this is just stupid shit.
Yeah.
The problem with Cody's promos is basically you can tell he's trying so hard to not have a lisp. And remember his lines that it takes him forever to get to his next point.
Yeah.
Mr. Morrison.
Man Cave, you're right. The booking just sucks.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing. And then they do have talent on like their other shit, like NXT and stuff. I was saying with the girls last time I was on. Like you have other people that are doing amazing stuff, but what are they still booking? They're still booking the same fucking boring bitches. It's like, come on, wake up.
Dude, how do you make you've got Cody Rhodes who's got the belt. He's the world, heavyweight champion, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then you've got was it Colby Lopez there?
Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins, who looks like he mugged his grandma's couch. And like, how is that boring? Like, that is like, I would at least have like the rubberneck appeal. Like, holy crap, what the hell are they doing? No, they were just standing there, blah 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 blah. Like, and don't care.
There was that awkward pause.
Yeah, we thought they lost their lines.
Line. That's what CJ said. He's like, line.
I think they did because there was way too much lag right there.
That was more than uncomfortable silence. Yeah. Like that was like, we don't know what we're doing.
What up, Tone?
To go back to Braun Breaker, one of the reasons that was my favorite segment of the night, he's hungry, and he's out there acting like he's hungry. He's trying to prove something, and it's not just Cody and Rollins. I mean, there's a lot of people on the roster now. It feels like they are complacent, like they don't have that hunger, they don't have that drive, and that used to be something commonplace in most wrestlers on the roster, and the ones where it wasn't, I mean, that they were really the jobbers. They had no job. It was pin me, pay me. I'm fine with that. Good job.
Yeah, more or less.
It feels like nobody or not many on the roster these days, and that's what I liked about Roxanne Perez. I mean, that was drive in that Royal Rumble. She was out like she had something to prove, and same with Braun Breaker.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah.
Cody and Seth were talking like, I mean, there could have been something good there. It just felt like neither of them were really hungry. Like, and Cody's the champion, but it still feels like they're both just kind of floundering.
It was all, calling back to, you were my partner last year, you were my brother, blah, 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 and it's the whole, don't sell your soul, you're the good guy, Cody, blah, blah. We all know Cody's a heel.
Yeah, Cody doesn't want to be a heel is the problem. And I think that's where they keep hitting a wall. Because he said he was telling them he wants to be that next Hogan type fucking guy. That's why he's going with the all-American gimmick. He does not want to turn heel.
And again, to go back to the CM Punk and Logan Paul promo at the beginning of the show, because we alluded to this one very heavily. This was a very weak segment. Like I want to know who, because this one was way more scripted than the opening one. I'm sure the opener was like, let's bullet point. Logan probably had what he was going to say. And Punk was like, I'll just play off you and we'll just hit a few bullet points, that we really need to get over. But This one was way more scripted, and you can tell because they're both actors. Cody is taking acting lessons. You know, fucking well, Punk has too. Obviously, he was in Heels and shit. He's acted, but so has Seth.
He was in well, yeah, and then so is Cody too. He was in Arrow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. So
of course, Seth Rollins was in Captain America.
All his shit got cut.
Yep.
New World reports, but he got cut.
Yeah, they cut it during reshoots.
Yeah.
Well, which reshoot? They had like 4.
I laughed when they tried to say the budget was 180 million for that movie. I'm like, yeah, up that by another 100 at least.
Yep. Easily.
For Civil War, you
for a reshoot.
No, for Brave New World or New World Order.
Oh, that's the one he was in?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
All right. So after that debacle of a fucking segment.
He sucked. I told the director you couldn't cut him out. I'm Red Hulk, damn it.
You're fine. Before we move on, I think that segment justifies one of these.
Heck up! Get out! That ain't gonna work for me, brother! Is that good?
Thank you, Trey.
I only wanted to meet Becky Lynch. That's why we had him on set.
So our women's tag title match is the main event this evening, and we have Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez challenging the champions Bianca Belair and Naomi. Which this it kind of surprised me. It surprised me, but it didn't. In terms of because Naomi and Bianca are both in Elimination Chamber, so is Liv. Raquel jobbed out to Roxanne Perez last week.
Yeah, which is dumb.
Mm-hmm. But I see Bianca going over in Elimination Chamber. You know, I see her winning that and then taking the title off Io Sky after she wins next week. Now, I will be very surprised if Io Sky doesn't win because Rhea's had the title since.
Well, she just got it back, didn't she?
Wait, did she? I'm trying. Did they yeah, because they
got it back from Jax or whatever.
No,
they are
Liv.
Not dropping that title.
She got the title from Liv.
Yeah,
because they have to take
that's right. Yeah,
Rhea's keeping that. It's pointless to have her drop it to Io Sky.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
It's not going to happen.
I don't, but I'm afraid as a means to unless.
Where's Charlotte right now? Out of curiosity.
Charlotte's challenging Tiffany for her title.
And has Becky come back yet?
No.
But she's planning to.
I don't think she's going to be at WrestleMania. I think they have all their storylines shored up right now. Like
Io Sky is not strong enough for the female title like that. I mean, Rhea's the biggest.
She wasn't that great.
This is the problem if Rhea retains. Then you've got Rhea losing it to fucking Bianca because there's no way they put Rhea over on her again. I don't think.
I think Becky's probably gonna come back during that elimination bullshit.
Well, I think so. Oh, sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say the field's already filled. The only thing you have left is SmackDown, where unless you did Becky Lynch is going to come back as a babyface, so she's not going to come in and attack somebody and injure them unless she came back as a fucking heel, which they're not going to do that with her coming off what's she been off for a couple of years now since she had her kid. It was Mania last year.
Year and a half.
Didn't Rhea put her over at WrestleMania last year, or she put Rhea over?
Where's the one where they were sick? When Becky was sick.
I think that was last year. That was night one.
Okay.
Yeah, she had 102-degree fever.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So Becky did. So
she still put on one hell of a fucking performance.
She did.
Yes, she did.
She did. So my point is they're not going to bring her back as a heel. That's
no.
It's not going to. Not for somebody of her status.
Well, the point I was making is they need something bigger for Rhea. I don't think Io Sky is big enough.
No, and that's why, like I said, man, and they switched once, the women's titles. Well, we'll get there, but I don't know. I don't want to see her lose to Bianca. But this is another thing. If if they reveal that Bianca fucking was the one that hurt Jade. Bianca's a heel going into WrestleMania, winning Elimination Chamber against Rhea, who is the ultimate babyface, and that sets up a lot more fucking intrigue in the match.
Right.
Yep. You were talking about the storylines being shored up or whatever.
Yeah.
I think what you just described is the most likely scenario.
It works, and that would draw fucking Rhea is the babyface against Bianca as a heel, draws fucking money.
Yeah.
It draws heat, dude. It draws a lot.
And where is what's her face? The one that came from TNA, the Jordan Grace chick.
She's in NXT right now.
NXT.
Oh, but
yes.
Didn't they sign the deal where she could come over now?
Oh yeah, she can. She can appear on the main roster anytime, but they just started her off in NXT for some fucking reason.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like putting you in readiness instead of first grade.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a perfect fucking allegory. That's exactly what it is. It's fucked up. It's like you got her main roster ready. Like why they're letting all like the women's division. You could justify more women's matches with all the girls they have in NXT right now if they were on the main roster. You're talking Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, Jordan Grace, Sol Ruca, that Zarya chick that tag teams right now with Sol, the Australian chick. She's another kind of bigger gal. She's built like Rhea, so you've got, and she can work. So you've got a ton, and even Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend, because they've done some appearances on Raw and SmackDown.
Oh yeah. We saw them at the Rumble.
Yep, they're both. That's a solid team.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a ton of talent in the women's division right now. It's just not being utilized properly.
Talent, air quotations, wink, wink.
You want to be a star, eh?
How do you feel about red lipstick on camera, doll?
Oh, shit. I'm sorry, I'm a bastard.
Let me get the casting couch thing behind me. So Bianca and Naomi versus Liv and Raquel. Raquel, I said, took a nasty knee to the face off that was that a 450 Bianca tried to hit her, a shooting star?
That was a 10-foot knee drop to the side of the face. I don't care who you are. That's going to hurt.
Yeah, there's no fancy name for that.
No, that's an Edward Norton move.
Oh, no. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I do believe the term that they use in the business would be botch.
Yeah. That's a spot that gets a let's see, where's it at? That gets one of these.
Yeah. Dude, you could see her face swelling up at
yeah. She'll be lucky she doesn't have a broken jaw.
Yeah.
Really.
There's no way, like, actually, kudos to her if she gets out of that unscathed.
Yeah.
That's a 10-foot knee drop, dude. Even if that was Braun Breaker taking that would have been a broken.
Yeah.
I think one of the saving graces, even given the height, I hope the knee pad, because Bianca had knee pads. She has knee pads on underneath her pants.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of hoping that the knee pads softened it at least a little bit, so it's nothing serious.
Yeah, I think so. So.
But that impact looked bad.
Yeah, there would have been a fracture if she didn't have that freaking knee pad.
Yeah, that would have been
for both of them.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so say it doesn't break her jaw. At the very least, she's going to have whiplash from the neck jerk of that smack.
Yep.
Something's injured, and her face was swelling up at the end.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it wouldn't surprise me tomorrow morning to watch a video or see the headlines that she's going to be out injured, and it's a good thing she's not at Elimination Chamber that way, or even if she might be able to come out to the I would just give her the weekend off, honestly.
Yep. Yeah,
and just say heal, just heal up. And then they won the the problem is they just put the tag team titles on them. So it's like, fuck, you don't want another situation where it's like you can build, because Liv and Raquel work really well together.
Yeah, they do.
They're a fantastic duo. This was a decent match.
Yeah.
This was a decent match.
Too many falsies for me.
Way too many.
I agree.
Way too many falsies. Absolutely. And I was going to say that's the drawback, was the sheer number of falsies in this. Even for a title match, it was excessive.
I don't know. Their tits look pretty natural to me.
There's too many falsies. The Brashore said there was only be 2.
Low hanging fruit there. Sorry, my apologies.
Yeah.
But no, the baby face is attacked right off the bat, which is a very fucking heel move. It was a very heelish way to start the match. So I was like, eh. And then I think Naomi and Bianca got, for being now they are the champions, I know, but being the baby faces, I think they got way too many big spots in on. Nyla has a falsy as ever. God damn it, man, Linus.
Classy.
But no, that was my problem, was the baby faces getting way too much offense and too many big spots. And speaking of which, they fucked up again, and was it Liv got busted in the nose off that double the double finisher.
You could see her checking too. She's doing damage check after that. She grabbed it like
Yep. First it was Bianca on Raquel, and then there was Naomi on Liv, and dude, and even when who was it? They got pulled off the buckle and they landed on their nose as well.
Yeah, it looked like she's gonna bite her lip or her tongue in half. Like
Dude,
see, and I was
no, that was Ivy. Ivy did it to the
Ivy did it to Lyra.
Yeah, to Lyra. That was it.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. My bad.
Yeah,
and that's
funny. Holy shit, man, that looked nasty as hell.
I gotta learn how to take that bump, because I got a spot like that.
Oh,
I got a spot plan like that where I jump off the second rope and I have to take the fucking face plant, eat the turnbuckle. So
boy, you really got to be careful. I mean, you got that Toucan Sam right there.
Oh, I'm taking that shit right here. Like Brian Denny, he said, top of the head, hardest part of the body.
Yeah.
in that movie where he beat up Radio.
Yeah.
But no, this the match, like I said, too many falsies, too much offense, and too much shine on the heels. The babies got way too much shine. If they wanted to do it, they should have done a few little spots, kept getting cut off, but it was prolonged. And like I said, I understand it's a title match. It's a heated rivalry. So I'm willing to allow some of that to slide, but I still think it was a decent match overall. Outside of like the negatives I stated.
I'll allow it.
But the title change was welcome, because now you can still have the name. This is the thing, and this is good writing. Is you still have the who framed Roger Rabbit with the Jade Cargill injury. So Bianca and Naomi will be embroiled in that with Jade when she inevitably returns, which is why you turn Bianca heel, and then Liv and Raquel can move on to defending the tag titles, which they'll probably have a rubber match with
with me. Yeah, I know.
With Bianca and Naomi.
Not a room match.
Always wear your rubbers.
You
know where those girls have been.
I don't like how it makes me feel.
All right. Not at all. Not at all.
Well, it feels better than herpes.
You know how much condoms were in 1969? Hell no, we didn't fucking use them.
Exactly.
This is 2025, and you don't know who is with what and who's a he, them, they, there, or whatever.
All I know is anybody growing up as a Gen Xer and went through the HIV movement and all that stuff, who's free raw dog and that stuff. Yeah, man, you got a death wish.
What was that line from? What was that line from Dirty Work? We didn't have any of those fancy, smancy birth control methods, like pulling out.
Yeah, what's I pull? What am I supposed to do with this stuff? Oh wait, never mind. But no, so we end the show with Liv and Raquel victorious. Dom was involved throughout the match, which worked.
Dude.
It worked. Dom is such a good swarmy heel, and I think it's funny that Bianca has bigger arms than him. It's fucking hilarious. Which was funny. I forgot to mention this when Dom faced off with Braun and he came out and he flexed on him. Oh my god, that was fucking hilarious. Yes, that's like my son coming up to me going like, I'm like, yeah, that's right, buddy. You're
Dom has chicken tender arms.
He eats enough chicken tendies. He probably turned into one. He's like, I'm a big boy. I'm a big boy.
Oh no, he likes his dino nuggies. You know he does.
Now I'm gonna go back and watch those goddamn old free refills video when they do all those impressions of Dom and Liv and shit from last summer. Those are fucking great. But yeah, so they ended the show on what I would like to call a high note. I give the last segment an up. Like I said, we talked about the negatives of that. Overall, I'd say the show was decent tonight.
Yeah, I liked it.
You lost steam with the Cody and Seth, but I mean, you go back down the card and the fucking opening promo was hot. Kaiser, Dunn, and Penta was solid.
Right.
It's building an angle towards WrestleMania. The New Day and LWO match was the match of the night.
Yeah, chef's kiss right there.
That was the match of the night. That was a clinic in tag team wrestling. It really was.
Mm-hmm.
But you've got I don't know how long the guys from the LWO have been together. I really don't, because I don't know that much about them. But
it's been a couple years.
Is it okay? But the New Day, I mean, those two, and that's the benefit of having experienced heels with such a long history together, like Xavier and Kofi have, is that allows a team that's been together for a couple of years. Yeah, they might be really good together, but it's like you get a great heel team like that can fucking sell for them and guide the match. Then that was that was beautiful.
I ate my words, dude, because I was shit talking them when they came out. And when I saw, proof, when they stood and delivered, it made me eat my words. They are amazing in the ring.
Gunther and Tozawa, honestly, like I know people are gonna shit on that segment, but it was good. Tozawa fought, like I said, Tozawa showed out, man. And it's good to see him get a little bit, like, he got a little bit of shine, but kept getting cut off, obviously, because you got to keep Gunther looking strong. And it was good. It was a good deal, man. Tozawa's he's a great performer.
But it was just a great segment because it showed, I'm going to show you I am a working champion.
Yeah.
But instead of doing like the John Cena thing where he'll fight whoever or whatever when that was going on.
Yep.
He literally picks the weakest guy he could find.
Yeah, the littlest guy.
Like
that little guy put up a hell of a fight.
And
and that's why it was so funny and good. Like it made sense to the characters.
A perfect heel move.
Yep.
You're gonna hand select. That's like when Chris Jericho fought. Like, who the fuck was it? He in WCW. He's like, I'm gonna run, and it's like, or he'd bring out a midget or something. You know what I mean? Like that heel shit. It's fun. Speaking of midgets, boy, you can check out Midget Mania, March 27th, right here on the channel. So Gunther and Tozawa was good. Dakota Kai and Lyra Valkyria was it lost us, and I felt bad because both of them. It looks like both of them really racked their noggins pretty good. So I just hope both gals are okay. Like I said, Dakota Kai is injury prone, and she just came back from a wicked concussion from that drop kick from Zoe Stark. So this match that you said it, CJ. This one gets it down. This one was meh at best. A few good spots, but overall, it was a slow and plodding match.
A couple of great camera angles.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm just praying for another wardrobe malfunction on Lyra. But, we got so Braun Breaker and Dominic for the we had the women's IC title and the men's IC title. Braun and Dominic. This was a fucking great segment. This one was definitely an up. Then we talked about the Cody promo and then the women's tag match in the main. So overall, it was a good show. You had, like you said, you had the women's IC match and then the Cody promo were really the only downs on the entire program tonight. Like I said, if you really look at this in terms of like chess instead of checkers, it is perfectly building everything leading into WrestleMania. I'm not enthused about Cody Rhodes being champion. Am I enthused? I've grown happier to see Jey Uso in the position he's in because of how organically he's gotten himself over. A lifelong tag team guy to come out and have this kind of a solo run and get the crowd, to where, nobody thought you're going to be able to do this. And then, your tops and merch up there with the other, one of the champions. And every time his intro comes on, the entire fucking building is on their feet.
Yeah.
That's
I personally don't get it, but I am kind of amazed seeing that.
I appreciate it from a worker standpoint. It's like that's fucking, as a baby face, that shit is not easy. The crowd has to accept you, and the crowd has accepted Jey Uso. And I kudos to Triple H and them. Like Tony even said back at the Royal Rumble, nobody saw that coming.
That was a surprise.
A few people saw that coming.
Yeah, I like surprises. I'm sorry, I may not like Uso, but I like surprises in pro wrestling.
Yeah, it was a surprise, and he he got a little bit of shine tonight. So yeah, overall good show. Anybody else have anything they want to add to it?
No. I mean, I enjoyed it for the most part.
I thought it was all right.
Other than the two snooze fest spots, I mean,
the
show didn't. Other than those two spots, the show didn't drag. There wasn't a whole lot of backstage gaga going on.
No, and they kept that to a minimum, and that's why I like the concourse level interviews. Because they had a few backstage. You had the segment with Ivy Nile, and then the Judgment Day. I said it right, the Judgment Day segment. But yeah, outside of the Sami, I didn't even talk about the Sami Zayn angle because every time fucking Sami Zayn comes on TV, I'm just like. That's my honest reaction when Sami Zayn is on TV.
Dang.
Driving away downtown.
Sami Zayn going into this match.
But so that, folks, was WWE Raw from Cincinnati, Ohio on February. Is that MJF?
Nice.
Thank you, Man Cave Sessions, for joining us. Thank you to Manliness and Motivation. And let's see, Godzillionaire, Cotton Ministries. I saw was Keely up in here. Keely Chow. Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Gap After Dark. I appreciate you guys. Remember, if you want access those commentaries, and me and Tony have got one coming up. We're gonna watch the Chris Benoit Too Cold Scorpio match from Super Brawl 3, and we're gonna put that one up there too. We get some more wrestling content up there for you guys. I'm gonna be dropping a promo for the show on March 8th. That'll be up on Patreon and for channel members exclusively before it goes public. About 48 hours first. I'll be shooting that later this week. So I've got a 8-man tag match coming up on March 8th at Super Shogun Pro Wrestling. Over in West Branch, Michigan, Dragon's Den Productions. Doors open at 6, shows at 7 if you're in the West Branch. If you're anywhere in Michigan, you should be there Saturday night, because I don't just say this because I'm part of the roster. I say this because this is the best fucking locker room I've ever been in. And this promotion is we don't ever have to tear the ring down. It stays set up fucking 24/7, 365. And I'll be out there Wednesday night at camp training again. So yeah, look forward to that, guys. Trading cards are on the way, courtesy of Mr. Chris Fisk. I just purchased 100 fucking t-shirts. We're going to be slapping the Pete Daddy Dollar logo on those. They won't only be available at the shows in person. No. If you want a shirt, you fucking send me $20. I send you a fucking t-shirt of the size you want. You just let me know. We'll ship that right out. So that's it, gang. We'll be back tomorrow night, Tuesday night, TerrorVision. Tony joining Trina and I, making his debut on Tuesday night, TerrorVision, for Ghost in the Machine, which I got to check. I hope that's done downloading. We'll be watching that and reviewing it tomorrow night, live 8:35 right here on the channel. We will have the Elimination Chamber stream Saturday night, so be here for that. That'll keep me from drinking this weekend because I don't want another Saturday night was rough. But yeah, thank you, everybody. Be sure, like I said, I'll have another video dropping this week. I'm working on a couple behind the scenes right now. Which one is there'll be a version for Patreon. Then channel members will get access first, and then it goes public. So thank you to the panel. Thank you to everybody watching, our channel members, Patreon backers. Until next time, I am Pete Daddy Dollar. If I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. We'll catch you on the next one. Remember, it's always better to burn out than fade away.